Thanks for coming out this morning. It's a special day and a special time that we have the opportunity to announce a project that solves so many problems in one project. Not only do we have a water shortage in our valley, we have a plethora of water that can't be used. So this not only uses that water that comes out of our sewer plant that will be of necessary and become of value, but it also takes water off of a system that we're currently using significant water at, which is City Park, which we're here today to talk about.
Well, welcome today. You know, this is the beginning, and you can already see it, the construction down here, right? We had to, in fact, we were almost late because of you, coming down here. 3.25 mile pipeline. It's going to water effluent that we have to recycle through the sanitation district instead of dumping it on Edwards Air Force Base and getting in trouble for it. We can actually put it to good work, and that's using it in the city park here. So the city is actually matching the $7 million funding from the ARA funds and for this phase of the construction with the Corps of Army Engineers. This is the second partnership we've had in the relationship. The engineers are helping us actually create a greener environment here, not only by watering the grass, but also by have a wise use of our resources, along with the solar power that we're trying to incorporate in the city. Once it's finished, the pipeline is going to be managed and owned by the city of Lancaster within our jurisdiction. And it's going to add the important water that we need here for the park. And I don't know, somebody's going to talk about how many gallons a year we use here at the park. So right now I'd like to introduce the person who's going to give you that information, and that's Steve Dashler.
I want to talk a little bit about the partnership that we have with the Corps of Engineers. That started about 7 years ago. As Vice Mayor Smith mentioned, we've had two projects with them. The first one has been completed. It was a potable water line up in Avenue H that went very smoothly. We now have the design and advertisement award of the project that we're talking about today for the recycled water to bring it here to City Park. I think our relationship with the Corps has been good. It's a good working relationship, and I expect that it will continue to grow in the future. This particular project, as Vice Mayor Smith mentioned, is 3.25 miles of water line. Most of that's 24-inch diameter water line. It's going to start in Division Street up by the cemetery at Lancaster Boulevard. It'll head south in Division to Avenue K, and then in Avenue K over to west to 10th Street West, and then the construction that you saw coming in is the 12-inch water line that's going to run up here to actually serve City Park. And then there's some lines that run in a couple of the driveways here at City Park. And then along with that, the city is preparing plans for the conversion of City Park to actually use that recycled water once it's here. And those plans are underway, and we should be ready to do that once the pipeline is ready to go. Another thing that's happening is that the sanitation district is upgrading their facility to be able to provide additional recycled water so that that can be used when we're ready to take it here at City Park. And that's a real benefit that Vice Mayor Smith had mentioned, that there's we use about 500 acre-feet of water, and that's the equivalent of about 500, a little more than 500 homes would use in a year. So 500 acre-feet of water used here at City Park will mean that the potable water that's being used here will not be necessary. It'll be used by recycled water, and that will free up that water for drinking purposes. So that it conserves that water, makes it available for, like I said, drinking purposes. The savings to the city in that annually will be about $22,000 just in water costs, and there'll also be a savings in the use of fertilizer because of the nutrients that are in the recycled water. The recycled water is safe. It's not for drinking purposes, but it is for every other purpose. It's available. They call it. It's Title 22 disinfected, tertiary treated, recycled water, and the state health department has said that it can be used for non-restricted recreational use. So you can go swimming in the water. Also, it puts one of the benefits to the city is that it puts our tax dollars to work locally here, and by extending this recycled water line not only to City Park, but it provides other places that the water can be used. Thanks for your time. Our next speaker is Lieutenant Colonel Joe Campbell.
Good morning. I'm here representing Colonel Mark Toy, the commander for the Los Angeles District. The contract for the North Valley Recycle Water Project was awarded to Toro Enterprises of Oxnard, California in May. And I'd like to recognize Toro Enterprises superintendent for this project, Mr. John Henry. Construction has started and it's scheduled to be completed in June of 2011. The Corps of Engineers has partnered with the City of Lancaster and Toro Enterprises to ensure that the project meets the city's requirements and that a quality project is delivered in a safe and efficient manner. The mission of the Los Angeles District is to provide vital public engineering services in peace and war to strengthen our nation's security, energize the economy, and reduce risk from disasters. And this project is one of 84 American Recovery and Reinvestment Act projects that the Corps of Engineers is currently working on in Southern California, with a total value of $200 million, $7 million on this project. All of these projects provide support for our military, protect property from floods, increase commerce at our ports, provide a boost to the local economy, and this project will actually conserve our valuable water resources.